exhausted. Let me know what your favorite projects were. I've not really looked much into it. We've been so busy around here. I also would kind of like to dive in and look at it just to see what all the fun ideas were for MakerFest. But anyway, kind of on the MakerFest note, if you watched Tanner's video in MakerFest, he did an amazing mantle that we put together, a Scandinavian themed inspired mantle. And that is kind of what we're breaking apart this week. So we're not going to be doing the project that he did for the Jennifer MakerFest project. So the frame with those awesome different colors. How many? Were there three?
There was a lot of color, and then there was, of course, the fabric on the
fabric on the back of it. Mm-hmm.
So cute.
So we didn't want to do that, obviously, because we did that for MakerFest, and so we've done this project that we're making today in place of it, and then we're still going to kind of go through this week and talk about the mantle. So it's perfect timing, so fun, and I'm really excited about it. So that's what we're making. You guys saw the thumbnail. I always forget that there's a thumbnail that you got. It's not like a surprise. That would be fun.
Mystery craft.
A mystery craft, yes. Hi, hello everyone. Looking at your comments, so much fun. But like I said, today's craft is going to be this fun banner, scroll inspired banner. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The ones that are like the big butcher's paper and they have like scrolled it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Similar to that. This is a duck canvas banner that I made. And I've sewn it together. It is a 23 by 23 inch plus the little loops, the hanging loops up at top. So if you want to make yours like ours, then do that. I have, like I said, sewn it. And so I made it 24 by 24 and did a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around. And then we have these little loops, which let me measure them because I did not, I think, finished. They are 2 inches by roughly 9 inches. So you're going to want to make those little strips 3 inches if you're doing a 1/2 inch, 3 inch by 9 inches. Anyway, so if sewing is not your thing, you can absolutely definitely make this with fabric glue sticks. I just have recently used those. Surebonder has one that I use. I do recommend if you're going to be doing that to grab a different glue gun.
Like one dedicated to the fabric sticks.
Yeah, just because you don't want to have to run a full stick through if you're just going to use a little strip, you're wasting all that stuff. You can get them cheap enough to have a separate one too. So anyway, this is a great project for sewers and non-sewers. And today we're going to be tackling a larger than mat project. Super fun. So that just means obviously your mat is not 23 by 23 inches. So we're going to do some slicing. And we're using a Maker's Gonna Learn font today. The font that we're using is Wedding Bells. That is, we love the name because Courtney used this for her, a lot of her wedding things that she made. So super fun. Have I missed anything? You're pretty good about telling me, Norma.
No, you're doing great.
Okay,
everyone's saying hello, hi.
Where did we get the really long glue stick? That's a great question, Twyla. This is also a Surebonder glue stick. So
they're 8 inches.
Yeah, you can get it from their website. They have a really, really, really long one that like coils too. We don't have that one, but it is available. Anyway, so back to the font that we're using today is called Wedding Bells, and it is available to all Maker's Gonna Learn members now.
How do you feel about saying that, Becca?
It's weird for me to say it. So traditionally, our fonts have only been available to our yearly members, which yearly members get tons of perks, but we heard everyone, and in the middle of COVID and some of the financial restraint that has put on people, we still wanted to be able to offer you guys an awesome value, and a lot of people can't afford a large sum all at one time that we do require with our yearly membership. So we wanted to offer the monthly members our fonts as well. So now monthly members have access to thousands of cut files as well as, or all of our cut files in our library, as well as the font. So Rachel, I'm sure, has dropped that link. And the link that she dropped you, if you're interested in the yearly membership, it gives you an awesome deal on the yearly membership at $40 off using code BEST. We use the code BEST because it is our best value of the entire year. You are never going to get a more discounted membership than this membership discount right now. So take advantage of it. We can look into it a little bit later if we have some new viewers here that are interested in looking at our website and the join page. We can do that in a little bit. But I'm not going to go over supplies. I have listed all of those supplies for you guys down below. You can grab those. And then if you have any questions while we're going, I can answer those questions while we're going. We're going to jump over into Design Space, and I'll show you really quickly how we put this font text together for this project.
And we do have a couple of questions all about the same thing.
Okay, great.
The cordless glue gun. They want to know about it, Becca.
Yes, this cord. So we normally use our Lynn Lily, which is right here. I don't know why I didn't grab it. And it's the exact same glue gun. Sorry about all the noise. It's the exact same glue gun as this one. This one's black, obviously, and this one's really pretty. It's much prettier. It does the exact same thing. It has all the same functions. The precision tip is the same, and they're both cordless. So you've got your little stand right here. You can just take it off if you want to, because the actual stand is what plugs up, and that's what heats it up. However, if you want to take it off and use it for longer than 2 minutes, because the not charge time, the heat up time for this, if you take it off of the charger, is only 2 minutes. So you're going to want to plug that in if you're going to be using it any longer than that. But fantastic question. Honestly, guys, we get these questions the most. And I told Rachel earlier today, when we do giveaways, we've never given away a Lynn Lily glue gun.
No, we haven't.
Which is so strange because it's one of our favorite things. I don't know why we haven't done that.
Well, through COVID, they have been out of stock most of the time.
That's true.
Which has hindered our ability to even get them. But I think because what Miss Becca has been saying, we might order some and have them on standby ready to ship.
And then we can ship. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, great question. Thank you for asking that. We love to share about our glue gun. I have something in my pocket that's making it so heavy. Oh, it's the mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so over here in Design Space, I have just placed and I need to change the size of this, a square that from Basic Shapes, and this represents the size of our sign. You guys know that we love to do this. It just helps us really size our cut file or our text perfectly for our project. That way I'm not having to guess and hope that it looks good on there, or hope that the length to width ratio is appropriate for it. It just takes out all of the guesswork, and that's why we recommend that you also use a shape that depicts your blank as well. So I've already typed this out for us so that I didn't get to talking and misspell lots of words. But all you need to do is just grab your text box and then type it all out. And then, like I said, we are using the font Wedding Bells. It is a Maker's Gonna Learn font. I've already imported it and it is ready for us. Such a cute font. So guys, the only thing that we need to do here, which is super important, is kern this text. As is, it is not touching. It's all disjointed. And since it is a script font, we want these to be touching. This looks so crazy like this. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. Now, if I just go up to the very top to kern this, or to decrease the letter spacing, just by pressing the down arrow like this, then this does a really fantastic job. However, by the time I get all of my letters touching like I want them, then one word is touching the other word. That's totally normal. Unfortunately, in this particular font, there's just no way around that. So we're gonna have to go in and manually do it. And depending on how quickly this goes, we'll probably only do like 2 lines or something, because I think that you will get the gist on how to do it. But what you need to do is go up to the top and press ungroup. And now all of these letters are individual layers. So you can see how it's stalled just a little bit. But what I do is click on like this one, and I want it to kind of move over. I'm using my arrow keys. You can also manually do this, so like click and drag with your mouse or whatever, but I find it easier to use my little arrow keys. And then I like the look of all of these, so then I'm just gonna kind of move it over a little bit. Once I have each word aligned or kerned how I want it, then I'm gonna press group so that that word is now grouped together. This one, honestly, I might want the H over just a little bit. There we go. And then this one is good to go too. So I'll just select those 4 letters in holy, and I'm going to group that. And then I'll move it over a little bit. And then I might make this comma come over just a little bit. And then this is good to go as well. Did I get, yeah, I got the comma. Okay, so then I can group that. And then I'm probably going to leave these. That looks pretty good. And then what I would probably do is then group all of these together so it's one line. Again, guys, there are so many different ways that you can edit these. You can kern manually, whatever. But just make sure that you do it. It doesn't matter how you get it done. Just make sure you do it so that you have a really nice looking project. Now, watch right here. If I go too far over, the end of this T shoots out right here on this side of the L. So keep that in mind when you're doing your designing. Sometimes when you're using the arrow buttons like I am to move them, then it wants to move it a little bit too much or too little. So I might have to go in and then select these and then just drag and drop them over like that. So it's a little bit time consuming, especially when you're doing large text with a lot of letters and things like that. Let's move this B over just a little bit. I'm not looking at the comments. Do we have anything that I need to address right now?
I do not think so. I think we're all good.
Fantastic. I think pretty much everybody knows how to do this. Oh, I do want to point one thing out. Let me see really quick if I can find. Like I said, I'm not going to do each of these because you guys know how to do this, but see how I'm moving my S over here in the middle of my A? I'm going to do it. I'm going to be dramatic about it here so that you can really see what I'm doing. If I'm going to have to weld all of this together before I hit make it. And if I move the ends of those letters over into the middle of the other one too far, when I go to hit weld, well, it didn't on this one. Generally, I don't know why it didn't. That's very odd.
It's probably because it's
so small,
so large anyways.
Okay.
Usually it has to be like really
Itty-bitty.
small to be able to do that.
A lot of times when you do that and then you go to hit weld, it will black out the center of a letter that needs to not be blacked out. So anytime you're kerning, make sure that you take that you look at every single letter and make sure that that hasn't happened. Let me see if this one would do it. Let's see here. No, that's very interesting. Rachel, you must be right. It's because it's so big. But yeah, so I did want to point that out. Make sure. I've seen a lot of times people will get their things cut out, and I've actually done it. I've cut one out before and been like, oh, I did not pay attention to this. But once you have, I'm going to pretend for just a second that all of these lines are spaced how we want them. And so each one of my lines would be grouped at this point individually. Again, I'm pretending that these are kerned appropriately. And once I have each line grouped together like this, then I will center them. Oh, I didn't press group there. Then I will center. So you can see the orientation or the alignment is centered here instead of left to right. So I would just grab all of these groups now and then go up to the top where it says align, and then I'm going to press center horizontally and leave it that way. And then I would just need to decide like my line spacing, how close I wanted it together. Again, guys, all of this is just visual preference. So once you get it how you want it, then you're going to pull it over onto your blank, so your 23-inch square, and make sure that it is sized how you want. Once I have, all of that alignment and centering and everything finished, then I would group it together one more time and bring it over here. And then you could, let's duplicate this, move it over, and we'll just do a separate one. Then you could center front. If you wanted it a little bit longer, like this, you could do that, whatever, however you really like that. Now, Like I said, you are going to have to weld this together because they are individual letters at this point. If I go to hit make it, let me delete these and show you if you are new to cricketing. First, I'm going to want to minimize or hide this layer because I don't actually want to do anything with it. But if I go to hit make it right now,
well, those are all welded.
They're welded. Just kidding.
Becca already did her job too well, guys.
Yeah, okay. Let's go back. These are not welded. So, yes, project is incompatible. I know. Thank you. It wants to let me know I'm being an idiot. There we go. Which is actually nice. Okay, look right here. See all of these letters? They're all, like, they're not together. They're not connected. They're everywhere. You would have to piece all of these individually instead of in one solid word or phrase or line. And so that is why we weld. Attaching does the same thing. So it looks like it's together, but it would still cut out like the tails in the middle of the letter. Does that make sense? So that's why you have to weld on this. So once I'm finished with that, obviously this is not going to fit on one mat. So I need to, first I'm going to ungroup here. I could have just welded the bottom 2 together and the top 3 together. Or if I just welded all of them together, then I would just need to go ahead and grab a basic shape and slice out so that the bottom is together. So that would be like this. Let me just show you really quickly. So it's all one and I don't want it to be one. So I just grab a square. I do know that we have some new people here. That's why I'm going over this. I know a lot of you already know how to slice. You would already know how to do this, but just in case we have some people who don't know how, we're going to take a little bit of time and give them some of our knowledge here. So I want to just cover up this bottom part and you can see the top right here of some of these letters are still visible. So I want to duplicate this and make sure that all of those little letters, tops, are covered by our shape here. So duplicate that, pull this over here, and that looks good. And then what I need to do is weld all 3 of these shapes together so that it's one shape. Welded, it's one layer, and now I can select both of these. So now I have one layer for my welded results of my text and one layer with the shapes. I'll select both of them and then I can press slice down at the bottom. It's like a cut feature, and then I can delete this. It's so weird to me. I don't know why they make a second one necessarily. You would think that it's like a cookie cutter with an extra layer. So this is what happens when you slice. You've got your separate here, but then you've got this extra layer and you've got this extra layer. So you might want to use this for something if you were doing like a reverse type something. So that's very useful.
Like a stencil?
Yeah. And then this, I guess if you wanted another one, then that's there. You don't have to duplicate it, but it would be just as easy to right click and duplicate. But anyway, so if you didn't know how to do that, hopefully that helps. But then I'm just ready to press make it, and you can see here it is putting it on larger, or the 12 by 24 mat. So if you do not have a 12 by 24 mat, definitely grab one. We don't use them a ton around here, but they are very useful and they're not super expensive. So grab one of those. It does warn you that it is larger than that, so that's nice. And then we just want to make sure that we're mirroring both mats because we are using HTV. Then we'll press continue, we will load our machine and we will cut it out. But since I already did that for you, we're ahead of the game. Now we're going to pretend, look at this, look how quickly I just weeded that.
That's a quick cut and weed, Becca.
Wow. Let's go out just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my EasyPress here. I have my mini EasyPress. I love this guy. I could also use the big one since this is so big, but it's so easy to use this and just move it around. I'm gonna put it at the second setting, which is 350. And then I am going to kind of just move stuff around here for just a second. And I'm going to place my HTV on my duck canvas banner here. let me get rid of this first and then we'll put it back down. Okay. I'm probably going to need some help because I can't really see here. Should we move this? Move this again.
Sure, if you need the elbow room.
Well, I think the camera is just, okay. So we will lay this down here. The nice thing about HTV, and I've said it over and over again, is that I can lay it down and then I can move it again if I decide that the placement is not fantastic. And honestly, I don't know from here to here and here to here how much room I've got. So I may have to move it again. Whoops. Dropped my glue gun in the floor. Rachel, we have too many cords back here.
Too many cords going.
We being me. It's totally my fault. Okay. And then I'm going to pull this guy here. Now, I do have, I don't know if you can see it or not, but some of the transfer sheet is right here. And when I place this right here, it's going to overlap. I definitely want to make sure that that is not going to happen. So I would want to, I can lay it down and then like leave this one and then put this one later. Or I could go ahead and like grab some scissors and cut here so that there's no overlap right there. And then I'll have to do it over here as well. However you want to do that, just so that you're not overlapping and having a craft fail.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
No.
I've had a couple of those here lately, so I think I just am not sure I would recover from another one so quick.
One more and you're down.
One more and I'm done. Okay, so that works, and it is too far up. Do you see that? There's too much space down here. I think, is there? Yeah, just a little bit. So now we can just pick up the whole thing and pull it down just a little bit. Just like this. I personally, when I'm doing things like this, like to put them in the floor and stand over them. I think it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, and it's the best way to try and get some distance, because when you're so close to crafts like this and you're alone, it's so hard to figure out if they're even or not.
How are we feeling about this?
Well, I personally, since we can't see like the space on the bottom and everything, it's a little tricky, but it looks really good to me.
Okay, but it's even, or is it going uphill?
Not anymore.
Okay, we're gonna go with it. I could obviously measure from here to here, which is pretty close. We're going with it. Okay,
Looks great.
So then we're gonna grab this is our large EasyPress mat, and it is not big enough for the whole thing, so we will have to move it around, or I could have used both of them. That would have been smart. And then it's preheated, so I'm just gonna start kind of in the middle and move this guy around. You don't even have to put a lot of pressure. You're just looking for bubbles to make sure that it has heated up, and that when you see the bubbles, that's a good indicator that the transfer sheet has released from the HTV, which is the goal. It's what we want. Fantastic here.
Are you up for a little non-crafty question?
Let's hear it. This is going to take a minute.
How was your weekend with Penny?
Oh, that is a great question. Penny is adorable. She is pretty chill. My dogs actually, like, from the very beginning, loved her. They were super excited, which I was a little bit nervous about with my little bitty dog. By the end of it, my little bitty dog decided she did actually hate Penny.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think she just needed some moderation, you know, and that they could be friends again. But my golden doodle, what is that? It sounds extra. Anyway, my golden doodle is obsessed with Penny. I think she thinks that she's her puppy, even though she's never had puppies, because she just follows her around and mothers her. It's hysterical. My kids loved her. She did great. Great, great, great. Thanks for asking.
Someone asked a while ago, and I thought that's a good one, because
Yes.
Becca was a little dog sitter this past
I was a puppy
weekend.
sitter. And here's the thing, guys. You know that I lost my little 12-year-old Chihuahua Monday or Tuesday. I can't even remember. It's all a blur now. And so I don't know why I do this to myself, but anytime that I lose a pet, I'm automatically like, oh, I should get another one, even though I already have 2 dogs. So having Penny for the weekend was really the exact sort of thing that I needed. It gave me a little bit of puppy love. And now I'm like, I'm good. I don't need one. In fact, they're a lot of work. So that was really nice. I think I'm about finished right here, guys.
Trisha said, how did you give her back to Tanner? I might have kept her.
So, like I said, puppies are a lot of work, and I have 2 children and 2 dogs, so it wasn't that difficult. It's one of those, like, if you've had kids, then you miss like the infant, wonderful, teeny tiny baby snuggle stage. But if someone will just let you snuggle their kid, then you can give them back and let them pay for their college and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. Thanks for the snuggles. Here's your kid back. I forgot over here. Very interesting. But we're almost finished with this. And so I do want to point out, if we were using our large EasyPress, then I think we would still be going, because you use, what, 25 to 30 seconds on each spot. And I would say you would have to hit this at least 4 times.
Oh, at least.
At least. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start up here on the top and just gently start to pull back. And see right there, that wants to stick. So I'm just lay it back down, apply a little bit more heat there. And just be very careful about it, because you can stretch this, and when you lay it back down, it just doesn't look quite the same. So make sure that you're kind of looking everywhere that you're pulling up.
It's easy to stretch,
yes.
So just be careful.
Yeah.
And Miss Autumn Girl has a great question for us.
Let's hear
When
it.
you use the mini EasyPress, do you constantly keep it moving for the allotted time, or hold it steady like the big EasyPress?
Yeah, we move ours the whole time. It's actually designed to do that. It has, the edges are sort of rounded. It's supposed to be moved around, and you don't have to put the pressure on it like you do the regular EasyPresses. Honestly, it's amazing. We love our little mini EasyPress. And Rachel will tell you, when they first came out, we were like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely ridiculous. It's such a waste. Why would you need it? And our poor other EasyPresses get very little action now, because we love these things so much.
And you don't have to do it for like a set amount of time like you would the big EasyPresses, because you have so much control. You can kind of see those bubbles and know when it's adhered. It's not like you're kind of, shooting blind with a big press or anything like that. Since you're so in with it, you don't have to set a timer or anything like that.
Okay.
Nicole, good question. How did you weed this with such a skinny font? I always have issues.
Okay, that is a fantastic question. One, we used HTV instead of vinyl. So if this were at this size, even if it were a regular vinyl, it would have been okay to weed. But if I were using a teeny tiny size, it would not have been fun. In fact, it probably would have stretched and wanted to pull on me the entire time. But since it's bigger, also we love getting our vinyl from 143. It's easy weed. And it's easy to weed. Other than that, I just used this guy, because you can see, like, compared to my finger or compared to this isn't actually that skinny. It is a skinny font, but it's so big that it's like 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, exactly 1/8 of an inch. So not too bad. But guys, we're finished with that. This is a big project, and honestly, like, it's very simple, but it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. So the only other thing that we need to do is work on our bells here. And this is so simple and easy. In fact, I don't know what I've done with any of this stuff. There it is. This is so simple and easy, but it's so cute. So how many bells do I have here? 6 bells. So I want 3 pieces of jute. This is just 36.5 millimeters, which honestly, I don't even know how to translate. It's about 1/8 of an inch. You could use wider if you wanted to. If you wanted it to look more like rope, that would be really cute. But right now, I'm just going to do 3 strands that double and are the length of this right here. And then I'm gonna go back and I'll change the sizes up some, or the lengths. So we've got 3 here, just like this. This is so easy, guys, but it's so cute. And we got these bells from Hobby Lobby, and I love them. They're the craft bells. It comes 6 in a pack, and they were $2.99 full price, so I'm sure we got those. Would this be in the Christmas section, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 50% off, so $1.50. And then our jute, I don't even know. You guys know how inexpensive jute is. So I can essentially make this strand of bells for, I'm going to say, under $3.
I think that's a good assessment.
Yeah. So all I'm going to do is, like I said, I have these folded in half. I'm going to go up to the top here, and I'm just going to do a simple knot here, just like this, because this is going to hang off of our dowel rod. And then what I'll do, let me pull this up so that you can see, is add a bell to the bottom. So we'll open this guy right here, and we're just going to add a bell right here. Now, you need to decide, do you want all of your bells to be the same length, or do you want them varying in length? What do you want?
I love the way you had them kind of trickling down.
Yes.
It's just so cute.
That's my plan. Let's see here. We're going to put this guy back up in here.
And one of my favorite things, guys, about this, just this technique alone, just doing these bells, is all the different ways that people can do it. Because if I had done a live today, I would have probably done this exact technique completely different than how Becca would do it.
Oh, for sure.
Just because you learn differently, we all think in different ways. And I just love knowing that we here at Makers Learn have so many different craft styles to teach you. Mm-hmm. So I love the way she's doing this, though. I would have never thought to do it this way.
How would you have done it, Rachel?
Oh, Becky, you don't want to know. There'd be a lot of hot glue involved.
Oh, hot glue.
Yeah. Sure.
Rachel does love hot glue.
I do.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just going through here and deciding what length I want them. So I'm just going to grab one here, put my bell on it, and then kind of pull it up like this, and then I'll put a knot in here and cut off the extra. Now you might be like, you're wasting a ton of jute, but here's the thing, guys. Jute is so inexpensive. It's okay to waste a little bit. Just for the sake of this, if I were doing it at home, I probably wouldn't do it quite this way. I probably would have measured each one individually and made sure that I wasn't going to do that. But I also don't want to waste your time because it's important to me. So I'm going to pull this up here and see this one. Do we need a shorter one, or do we think that we should do the other two kind of in the middle of what we've already got?
Ooh, let's do that.
Okay. So just knotting here with simple knots. Now you could do some fancy knots on these for sure. Like the one that, wraps like this, and then the little thingy comes in and you pull it down like this and it all cinches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Could do that. That would be really cute. But honestly, I just feel like this is kind of perfect. I'm sorry, guys. I almost died on a pork rind earlier today, and I'm still coughing from it.
She almost died. She told me her testimony. Her life probably flashed before her eyes.
Yeah. And I was upstairs and Rachel was downstairs. I was like, Rachel, I was about to lay on the floor and start beating the floor. And she was like, I don't know that I would have known what was wrong.
Well, we beat and bang in
It's
here,
true.
up here so often, just moving stuff and everything. I would have no idea. I just walked up to a dead Becca. That'd have been terrible.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been in heaven.
Well,
yeah, you would have been. He would have cared.
I would have cared a lot.
I made this one too short. I don't like it. So that's why definitely make sure that you look at the length of it before you're cutting. That way you can adjust if you need to.
And Becca, Miss Noelle said, I'm so sorry I missed the beginning of this project. Becca, did you sew this banner?
I did. It's so funny because Tanner also asked the same thing. He was like, is this Chocolate Tour? And I was like, it's Becca Oaks.
It's Becca
But guys, this is so easy to make. It's incredibly easy to make. And it's so inexpensive. When you buy that duck canvas, first of all, it comes, like, even if you just buy a yard, like, the width of it is so big that you get a ton for your money. And so we do the garden flags here out of this. We do, if you saw any of the summit photos from Fall Summit, we also made the advent calendar out of it. I'm trying to think, what else do we make out of it? So many things. Oh, the pillow wrap that we made the other day is out of this. We use this stuff all the time because it's really easy to work with. Okay, we're finished with that. How easy was that, guys? But look how cute it is. And then all we need to do is grab our dowel rod. I cut this, I wanted it a little bit longer than the top right here. See that? And then what I'm going to do is take my pick right here. This is a floral pick. I think it used to have a pumpkin on it. Now it has nothing on it. And I am going to cut just a couple of little pieces here, and I'll probably have to trim these even shorter. But we're gonna start with these. And then I need to grab a drill bit that is the same size. So give me just a second here. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to put my drill bit in my drill, and then I'm going to drill into the ends of my dowel rod because I also want to put these fun ball knobs, dowel caps, whatever you want to call them, on the ends just to make it look really cute and polished. Now they do have ones that can actually like form just to the outside, so you would like glue those on, but this is how we're doing this. So you're probably not gonna be able to see because I'm going to pull it out of camera, but I'm going to just I'm going to drill a hole right in the center on both sides or both ends of my dowel rod. Yeah, there's no way they'd be able to see.
No, it's fine. Nothing exciting that you all are missing. Just a little bit of drilling.
Just a little drilling, yes.
One side done.
Ooh, that's warm. Okay.
Both sides.
So we have our holes in there. Just like this.
Those are some professional looking holes, Becca.
Why, thank you, Rachel. Let me make sure I made the holes big enough. I did, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is put some hot glue, and again, you're not gonna be able to see because this thing is so, well, I might be able to, I'm just gonna take this precision tip here, put some hot glue in it.
Looky there.
Just for you all. And then I'm gonna take my pick and put it down in there too. Just like that. Then what I need to do is grab one of these little balls, and this is entirely too long, so we'll have to trim it off. Not a big deal, but we'll go ahead and trim the end of that pick. And then before I put hot glue on, I just want to put the ball on to make sure that it's a good length. Honestly, that's kind of staying, but I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit more hot glue in here. You could use wood glue too if you want to. Totally up to you. And then put that right on the end like that.
That's so cute.
Look how polished and cute that looks.
It's adorable.
I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this end. And I unfortunately am not going to be able to show you it because I don't want my other end to come off. But we're doing the exact same thing, putting hot glue in our little hole that we drilled. And then grabbing these guys. And what's so cool about these, if you had some 1 inch or 2 inch like wooden balls, because they wouldn't have, I'm not talking about a bead, but like an actual circular something, sphere, and not this is flat on the end, which is pretty cool, but you could definitely use one that wasn't and just drill a hole in it.
Yeah.
So use what you have in your craft room. We love to do that for sure. Let's put this guy in here and put him on the end right here. And you could stain this if you want to. I'm going to leave ours natural. We're loving to do that here recently. And then we'll clean up this for just a second. You just slip this right on in, just like this. Originally, I think I was going to do this as like a rod pocket at the top, but I'm loving doing these loops up at the top right now. I just think they look so dressy and cute.
They do. They're super cute.
Thank you, thank you. And then you just hang your bells on the end just like this, and you can do a couple of things. When I hung mine right here, just straight on the rod. You could also, if you wanted to actually hang it like with macrame cord or something like that, you could drill holes in the dowel rod here and then add your macrame cord and hang it up like that. So a couple of different options there, but we're finished with this craft, guys. That was so quick and so easy. The worst part about the whole thing is kerning all of that text, but honestly, that's not that big of a deal, right?
If that's the worst part, I think this is a good project.
So you could do this in so many different things. Like you could use these as a wedding sign, like Mr. and Mrs., like, you know, that type of thing. But we loved it for Christmas and loved it with our mantle. So the rest of this week, we're going to be doing other projects from the mantle. If you guys were a part of the Maker Fest, then you've already seen the reveal of it. Let me know what you think about it. But this week, I think tomorrow, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember which one is which. Tomorrow and Wednesday, we have 2 more projects from this. And then Friday is our reveal. Friday is the full reveal, so we'll just be like revealing photos of the entire thing,
answering
and
all your like detailed questions if you have any last minute questions. Because by the end of it, you guys will essentially be able to make the whole mantle, which is awesome. So yeah.
So that's super fun. Guys, this Thursday, we have our requested cut file collection launch, so that's really fun. I'm not entirely sure, honestly, who is going to be doing the live tomorrow or Wednesday. I plan to do them just because I made the projects, but Tanner may be doing them, so you could be in for a treat there. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but one of us will be here. Noelle, we use the font, the Maker's Gonna Learn Wedding Bells font. If you're a member, then you can click the link down below and you can go ahead and download that. So there was a question, they're just jumping on, wanted to know if we glued the loops up at the top. So I actually sewed all of this. They're sewn on the back. You could definitely glue this on using the fabric glues if you wanted to. And then there's another great question. Could you use fleece to do this? You absolutely could. You could definitely use fleece. I love felt. Like if I were doing this on a smaller scale, you guys know I love felt. I worked with felt all weekend actually. The advent calendar that we made for Fall Summit, I originally made that because I wanted it for my kids. I wanted a fun tradition to start with them, and they love candy. And right now we're going to do candy, and later on we'll do like acts of kindness in our advent and all kinds of things like that. But I wanted, it has the felt pieces at the top, and so I wanted to blanket stitch all of those on by hand instead of just hot glue. So that's what I've been working on this weekend. It's so much fun. Noelle, yes, Noelle says, awesome, I am a member and it's some of the best money I've ever spent. Noelle, that's amazing. I absolutely love that, which brings up a fun, I've already talked about it and Rachel's already dropped the link, but if you, like Noelle, love to craft and think that Maker's Gonna Learn would be a great fit for you for both inspiration and education, well, and cut files. If you think that it would be amazing, then now is a great time for you guys to join our membership. Using code BEST, you can get in on our yearly membership with the best value of the year. So it gets $40 off our membership. Our membership is normally $191.88. So the $40 off makes it $151.88. So that is one lump sum at the beginning of your year membership. You don't have to worry about it the rest of the year. How amazing is that? It is billed annually. It automatically renews for you, so you don't have to worry about that.
And if you get in at this rate, the price will never go up.
Right, you get grandfathered in. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
You get grandfathered in with that. So if you've jumped in on other promos, like $20 off or $30 off, when your year membership renews, it will go up to the normal price. If you jump in on this grandfathered rate, it will never go up. So, for instance, if you purchased a month ago or 6 months ago or 9 months ago at a discounted rate and you're like, man, I really want that. I want to be with Maker's Gonna Learn for years because I love everything they have to offer and I cannot imagine my life without them. Then you would want to get in on that grandfathered price, and you absolutely can do that. So you could go ahead and purchase another year membership, and then we tack it onto the end. So it's not like your new year would start right now. It tacks on to the end of your existing one, and then you would be grandfathered in for life. So that's amazing.
Yeah, unless you cancel, you get the same price. So that is Miss Autumn Girl. That is what grandfathered in means. It means that your price will never go up if you get it at this amazing rate. Again, unless you cancel and then join back again, you of course will lose that amazing price. But yeah, you guys could keep that price forever and ever.
Melissa says, it has been a great investment. I only got $30 off, but I have already made it so much more than that. That's amazing. Yeah, so one thing I don't talk about a lot is our free commercial license that yearly members get. Not everybody's interested in making money. We had a friend over in our private Facebook group who commented on that you know, making crafts and selling is not for everyone. Some people just want it for personal use. That's amazing. The idea of making crafts and selling it is overwhelming to people. I understand that. But if you are one who actually wants to make money with your die cut machine, this is a fantastic place for you to come, because with the year membership, you get a free commercial license, which means that you can legally sell everything that you make with Maker's Gonna Learn cut files and fonts. That's unheard of. Like, we have tried to put an evaluation on the commercial license just to give you guys numbers and let you know what kind of an amazing deal it is. And if I'm wrong, we would love to know, because we want to look into it. We can't find any type of membership like ours that gives a commercial license for all of their cut files. Normally it's per cut file or per font, and that, depending on where you go, can range anywhere from $40 per cut file or font up to $300. So if you want to make money with your die cut machine, this membership is amazing for you. Anyway, what else have we got going on?
Ms. Catherine added on to that and said, I love that current members can extend their membership as well and lock in that lower rate forever.
Yes.
Yeah, so with these deals that, again, only happen once a year when we grandfather people in, plus have $40 off, it's our best deal of the year. We want to make it available to everybody, not just new members.
Yes, and I do want to point, if I've got it right here, if you want to do the overhead camera really quick, if you're new to cricketing, this can be very overwhelming. I absolutely understand. There's so many different terms. There's so many different things that are available to you. And you just want to make sure that you're getting the best value for your money. And this is one thing, if you are new to cricketing, that I honestly wish I knew about. I wish it had been available to me when I was learning my Cricut. This is our new challenge that is available free to all yearly members, and Miss Rachel put this together. She put lots of blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it is a guide to help you master your Cricut in 30 days. And so we also have this book that is, it's not a physical book that you get. It is a digital PDF form. You can print it out if you want to, but it outlines all of the 30-day challenges. It gives you pictures and descriptions and all sorts of information that you need to, I'm so sorry, to follow the course and be super successful with it. And by the end of it, we make a fun card project. I don't even know where that is in here. And honestly, we have people who have been crafters for a while who take this course, do the challenge, and are either refreshing on things that they knew but forgot, or just learning new things still, learning different ways to do it. So this is an amazing challenge that we are so happy to offer free to our yearly members. What is our evaluation on this? If you buy this right out,
I think it's $97.
I think it's $97. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's free with a membership. In addition to so many other wonderful things, we also have other courses that are available as well, and member-only videos. So super fun. But anyway, I've had so much fun crafting with you guys, and I'm super excited to be kicking off this fun week of Christmas mantle, Scandinavian Christmas mantle. I don't know. I'm making up the title as I go.
That's good. Keep going. It's fine.
Okay. Aaliyah says, so I'm trying to learn Illustrator, Design, Make, Sell, and all the things in the world I don't think will make me get it. I made your Illustrator cupcake. It looks like bright pink poop. Like, here's the thing, Aaliyah. Illustrator, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. Inkscape, visually, in my opinion, for a brand new person, Inkscape is more like the user interface seems a little more friendly. It doesn't seem as scary because right from the start, you don't have so many, lots of things showing. But Illustrator, now that I've dove.
Now that you've dug into it.
Now that I've gotten into it and I know both programs, Illustrator is easier to use just because I know like all of the keyboard commands and things like that. So when I started with the Illustrator, I probably also would have made bright pink poop instead of a cupcake. Stick with it. It gets so much easier. It's so funny because even here when I'm designing things, I'm like, oh my gosh, Rachel, I just learned something that will make like all of this designing so much easier. There are several ways to do everything just like in Design Space. Stick with it. Do not give up. You're going to love it. You're so creative and you love to put like your own spin on things. So it would be very beneficial and advantageous for you to just stick with it. You're going to love it.
And Barbara, we love Caesar Easy Weed. We get it by the 10-yard rolls.
Yes.
So or 5-yard rolls. So we love to get it from 143 vinyl. It does make a difference. I really feel like.
No, I completely agree. Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I feel like Cricut is thinner. Cricut vinyl is thinner. Not that this is so thick like it doesn't feel good, but I feel like it's so thin that sometimes it like gets melty more easily. Does that make sense?
I would agree, yeah. Especially on HTV on wood projects.
Yeah. Oh, no laptop. My sister-in-law has Creative Cloud. Yeah. It would be easier on a laptop for sure. Maybe for Christmas, get a laptop.
You know what I would do? I would ask several of your... I've been pitching this a lot because sometimes there's some bigger ticket items that you would not want to squish or, throw onto one poor... family member. So just say, hey, would you and Aunt Peggy and Mama Margaret and Cousin Eddie, would you mind, these are all fake people. I don't have any of these in my family.
Like the Cousin Eddie?
The Cousin Eddie, yes. Yes. Would you all mind going in together and getting me this for Christmas? I would love it, especially if they're like, if they normally get you something for Christmas.
Or like if they,
I don't
even
think
if
that's
they
too
can't cover
selfish,
like
I really don't.
No, even if they can't cover like the whole price of it, like make a donation toward my laptop fund or whatever. I mean, if they're looking for something, they may as well give you something that you're going to use and love.
Agreed. Instead of another pair of pajama pants or something that you think that, they'll just get you over and over.
Yes. Did I miss anything else? Chastity says, I'm just weeks into my Cricut journey. Chastity, this is such a fun time. And is someone mowing?
Yes.
That is very sweet of them.
They're here awful late today.
To come mow. Yes, Aaliyah. I knew you would know who Cousin Eddie is. So Wayne got this weekend, I said, Wayne, I need eggnog in my little cup with the little, because I have one. You can't drink eggnog without it.
Without the moose cup, the moose head cup?
Yes. I need eggnog and I need...
What about a Dickie?
I don't have a Dickie.
You have to Amazon a Dickie.
My mom has them, I'm sure.
Oh.
God, I used to have to wear those in middle school with shoulder pads.
Oh, yes.
Oh. And a slip.
Guys, if anybody feels like they're out of the loop, we're talking about the movie Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
And it is an absolute classic if you haven't seen it.
Anyway, so Wayne got me some eggnog at the grocery store, but he didn't get any Southern Comfort. And I was like, what? How do you guys make your eggnog? I'm curious. Do you like eggnog? Have you ever had it? Let me know. That's what I told them. My grandma was like, what do you want? I don't need anything. Money for my computer. Can't open money. You can't open money. You can make a gorgeous box out of paper.
You know what, Aaliyah? If she really doesn't want to give you or pitch in for a laptop or anything, ask her for some accessories for your laptop. For like a printer from Black Friday that might be a good price, or a case and a screen protector. Ask for things like that you can't open.
My sister said she's going to get Maker's Going to Learn with her money from working the election. Yes, make sure she gets it before Black Friday so she can get in on that awesome best deal. She would love it. A Dickie like a faux turtleneck. Yes, Megan. Oh my gosh.
If you've seen Christmas Vacation, and his shirt is so see-through, and it's the best part. You can just see the Dickie straight through the shirt. Okay, it's so tight. The whole thing is just hilarious. Yes, the little flap of a turtleneck. Turtlenecks are awful, anyways.
Grizel, yes, I should try that. You should bring me some. I'm going to tell my kids to give me money for MGL membership. Yes, that's amazing. That would be, and did I hear Tanner right? I probably shouldn't say this. We're working on gift certificates.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. He said that on the live stream. Yeah.
Okay. Is the $40 off only available till this Friday? No, Autumn Girl. It is available through Black Friday. So we are going to have this awesome Black Friday extravaganza on Black Friday, which of course is the day after Thanksgiving. It is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And honestly, it's going to be a really fun time. We've done it in the past, and we have like hours segmented for specific things. Like, I don't know. Last year, Tanner did, how many projects can Tanner complete in an hour? Like that type of fun thing. We've got a really fun crafting challenge for the 4 of us this year, and a bunch of other stuff. And we do giveaways. So it's just a really fun event. And this year it's going to be even more fun, I think, because not everyone's going to be going to do Black Friday shopping. So you're going to be looking for something fun to do. Tune in, my friends. It will be fun. But anyway, yes, so the sale is good through that day, Black Friday.
And Becca, Miss Sharon would love to see the project if you don't care to hold it up really quick.
I will hold it for you. Here it is.
Look
And
how
also you can
beautiful.
reference the thumbnail that we've taken.
It's so beautiful.
This one may have to have a home in someone's house.
Yeah.
Because it's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would take up one of my walls, one of my entire walls.
See, that's my problem.
My house is
I
tiny.
have all of these amazing things that I make here, obviously, and I could take them home and use them, but the problem is that all of my all of my space is taken. And I do have a couple of areas that I'll alternate some stuff, but I don't know.
Stephanie asked a good question. We will not be sending out materials that you guys need for the Black Friday event. Although we might, do not quote me on this because there's going to be a lot of crafts and just a lot going on. But we will try our best to have most of the most used supplies linked in the comments.
Yeah, we can
but
do
just
that.
since there's so much going on, we might not get every single weeding tool and all that. But we're going to do our best to have that uploaded maybe a week in advance. For you guys.
I feel like that's very
to be able to at
attainable.
least gather some supplies if you would like to craft along with us. But it's going to be a really good time.
Sarah said last year's Black Friday party was amazing, and it was what pulled me into getting a membership. It was and is so worth it.
Oh my goodness.
Yay, Sarah! I didn't realize that's when you joined us. So you've been around about as long as me. Here at Maker's Gonna Learn.
Yeah, yeah.
So fun.
And did you guys know?
Jen says, I just became a member. Can't wait to learn from you all. Yay, Jen.
Congratulations,
Welcome to the
Jen.
Maker's Gonna Learn family.
Today,
Yes,
I can't wait to
so fun.
tell 173 of you. Today, guys, is the 3rd anniversary of Maker's Gonna Learn. It has been a live, active membership for 3 years today. So that's amazing. That's super fun. I remember it like it was yesterday when Tanner was like, hey, Rachel, I think we should do a membership for people who have Cricuts, and we can teach them how to use it and have like our own cut files and stuff. And I'm like, Tanner, that sounds really nice. That sounds great, but it sounds hard. And he's like, oh yeah, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be good. And here we are.
And it has
3
been
years
so
later.
good.
And we have, oh my gosh, we're like 5,000 cut files and 500 fonts and
so many amazing
almost
member friends.
9,000 members. Guys, we launched with 30 Christmas cut files. That's it. That's all.
That would have been terrifying to
That's
me.
it. And you
Yeah.
guys said yes to the memberships, and a lot of you that are watching now has been with us that long. But happy 3rd anniversary, Makers Gonna Learn. Yeah.
And to you guys, like, you are just as much a part of Makers Gonna Learn
Absolutely.
as we are. Like,
Yes.
thank you so much. This is honestly, it would not be the experience that it is without you guys and
No.
the community here. There were a couple of comments. What was it? Oh, Sandra said, I had a dentist appointment on Black Friday. Just canceled it. I need to be with you. You're on it, my friend. You are on it. B says, going on my 3rd year, great crew MGL is. Thank you, B. That is
Woohoo.
so sweet. And guys, I did want to point out, you guys are so amazing. This is our 3rd year, right? We have almost 300,000 followers here on YouTube.
Yes.
That is amazing to me. Just in the last year, right before I started here, we hit, Makers Gonna Learn hit the $100,000, if only, the 100,000 mark.
Yeah.
And in a year, we've almost gotten 200,000 more. So that is amazing. Thank you guys so much. You guys forget to mention how personalized and cost-effective gift giving is with the cost of membership. Carol, we don't have to mention it because you are so amazing and you literally do our job for us. I love it. I absolutely love it. Wes, yes, thank God for people like Tanner that bring people together to create groups like MGL. Honestly, can you imagine?
Yes. The Facebook post today, it popped up on my phone and it said, you have memories. You know how Facebook will do that. And I opened it. It was Tanner's long Facebook spiel paragraph about how he's so nervous to launch and he's never been so nervous and he's excited and, you know, asking for support and everything. And it's just, it's insane to see how we've grown in 3 years. Literally, it's nuts. But we literally couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are the reason that we're still here and we're still going, because as long as you guys are here and active and being amazing, we get to be here. So thank you.
How many members are there now? Megan, Tanner knows better than I do. And honestly, we've had a little bit of an influx just since we've started doing this Black Friday sale. I would say around 8,000.
I think it's closer to 9. I think we had 8,600. I don't know. It's closer. I think it's closer to 9, which is insane.
It's just amazing. Trudy says, hey guys, I've been listening to the card. Now I can watch. I've been invited to my first craft fair as a seller. Congratulations, Trudy. That is so amazing. I hope you do absolutely wonderfully. What type of projects are you going to be selling there? I'm interested.
Yeah, let us know. Someone said they would love to make these for their craft fair they're having this weekend.
These?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, yeah, it's a big item, but you can.
Oh, she'll roll up quickly, and go. Yeah, that'll be great.
Kat says, I seriously cannot imagine my life without MGL. You all are my friends that I look forward to socializing with on a daily basis. The entire MGL family is the best. Kat,
y'all are so sweet.
We feel the exact same way. Honestly, we do. I can't imagine. Exactly, like you said, I cannot imagine life without MGL. And I've only been with you guys a year. But thinking back before, it's crazy. Roberta, you all are great teachers, and it's awesome to hang out with all of you. Thank you so much, Roberta. We love hanging out with you as well. But guys, yes, Miss Carol said it. Everyone hit the thumbs up, so like the video if you like it. And definitely subscribe here to YouTube. If you are a first-time viewer, thank you so much for being with us here today, making this fun craft, chatting with us. If you're on the fence about our membership, don't be. Go ahead and click that link that Rachel has dropped for you and use the code BEST, BEST, to become part of the literal best crafting community that I know of.
Guys, honestly, people said yes to the year membership. $40 more than what you're paying today for 30 cut files. For 30 cut files. I mean, it's nuts how much we've grown. And guys, every single month that we've given you all new content, whether that be cut files or fonts or anything, we've grown from the process and learned. So like this entire 3 years, we've been fine-tuning the business to where it's just getting better and better for you all. And Tanner always works really hard to see what more we could give to you, just like this past week, giving all members of fonts and our yearly members more access to amazing trainings and so much more. So we're just constantly trying to grow and learn from you all.
Sandra, she said, Adrian, can't thank you enough for introducing me to MGL. This community is awesome. I'm so glad you liked it. I knew that you would love it when you got in. So much fun.
You guys
Adrian,
are so sweet.
Thank you for introducing her. I did have a question about this. Wait. I was the one saying it. Melissa said it. I was going to make them. I'm using craft muslin. Do you think I should pre-wash? Honestly, I don't think you would need to. I've used HTV on muslin too, and because you're not going to be washing this, I don't think you need to pre-wash.
Yeah, exactly. You only pre-wash when you want to wash it. So like a shirt that has cotton in it, you're going to be washing that, so you need to pre-wash. Or if it's like a hand towel or something. But something like this decor that you're not going to wash, that's not going to shrink, there's no need to wash it.
Yes. Glad the offer is around for a bit longer, just waiting to get my first job hopefully soon, and then can spend my first paycheck on it. I can't wait.
Autumn Girl, I love that. That's so sweet.
Carol, thank you. She says, happy National Adoption Day, Becca.
Oh my goodness.
So sweet. Thank you. So yes, today is World Adoption Day, and I did post on my Instagram and Facebook. Obviously, if you don't know me, I have 2 wonderful babies that are adopted, Beckett and Fallon. Fallon is 3 and Beckett is 7. And they are my world, and I cannot imagine my life without them. And I cannot, honestly, adoption, I like that it's becoming more talked about. It used to be sort of a taboo subject. Like, you didn't say, oh, are you adopted? Or did you, you didn't talk about it, but it's adoption is such a beautiful thing. It can be heartbreaking too. It absolutely can be. But we're very open with my kids about it. Oh, clearly they have gorgeous brown skin and I'm white. So like, there's no hiding that. But I love talking about adoption. I love talking about our story, and I love hearing other people's stories and just how adoption has impacted them. I literally would not be a mommy if it weren't for adoption.
Yeah.
And so thank you. Thank
it's
you.
amazing. And
Happy Adoption Day.
our new executive assistant, Heather, she has an adopted son as well. It's an amazing thing. I've loved just what I've learned from hearing Becca and talking with Becca just about it. I mean, it seems like such an incredible, pure thing just to adopt. I mean, it's a wonderful thing, especially if, like Miss Becca, you kind of don't have other options. You might feel like, some people might feel like it's a second or third choice, but once it happens, just like Becca would tell you, there's no other babies on this earth that God would have wanted for Becca than those babies.
Yeah.
Like, those are her babies.
It's part of my testimony. Absolutely. We struggled with infertility for 6 years, and Beckett was sort of dropped into our lap, and like, it was totally a God thing, absolutely a God thing. And eventually I will share all of that with you guys in person. But I always say, if I could look back and tell myself at the beginning of the 6 years, stop freaking out. Like, what God has for you is so much better than your plan anyway, then it would have been a whole lot easier. But I think that's part of it. Yeah. I think that's part of it. Just letting go and really trusting God and trusting that His plan and His ideas and His timing is just better. And so I say all the time, my kids are not a consolation prize. It's not like I just woke up and we're like, well, I can't have babies biologically, so I guess I'll settle for them. Like, if I could reset everything and do it all over again, I would do the exact same way, because they are the grand prize, not a consolation prize. And God just, not that they're a prize, like, I don't want to say that,
but no, they're absolutely precious angels.
God
well
just outdid Himself. They're amazing. We adopted our 2 granddaughters a few years ago. I'm so glad we were able to do that.
Yes.
Beverly, that's amazing. Mamas are made by God in all ways. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. Mama was 8 months along there and able to have been on the road for 9 years. Aaliyah, it's so hard. It's so heart-wrenching. Like, even our story with Beckett and Fallon, they have the same biological mom. And we sort of knew what the outcome would be. But just the uncertainty and getting your hopes up and loving something so much, and the idea of it being ripped from you, which, I mean, it's their baby, bio mom's baby too, so that's hard there too, and I get both sides of it. But yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, guys, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. Thanks for the chit chat. You guys know I always love that. But I will see you, or Tanner or Rachel. Someone's going to be here tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard to craft again with you guys. And we'll be posting pictures tomorrow so that you guys can get psyched and pumped about those projects as well. But have a fantastic day crafting. We'll see you guys later.